Hello, everybody. My name is Master Chen.
I'm Zenify.
And I'm Richard Satchel.
And you are either watching or listening to Greynoise.
Who knows?
All right, everybody. Welcome to episode 133 of Greynoise, the podcast about shit in the world from the hacker perspective. I still got to come up with a more concise way to say that.
Shit in the world.
Shit in the world from the hacker perspective. Yeah, because we're not really an information security podcast, but at the same time, we kind of just talk about information security things
because it's our trade.
Yeah, because that's how we view the world. Anyway, let's get through some announcements, and then we'll get started on the topics. So, as you can see, we're a little not short-staffed, but maybe short-staffed. Zenify's here hanging out with us. McNutt is still on the mixer, but we are missing BGM. And Doxy is not here.
Yeah, why?
I heard he was actually stopped at immigration on his way back into the States.
I thought he was in Disneyland.
You heard what?
I thought he was in Disneyland.
Is that what he told you?
I heard he rolled a 1 as he left his house and fell on his car keys.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Or maybe it wasn't that he was south of the border. Maybe he was north of the, on the hat and couldn't come in from Canada.
No, it might have been that.
I think that's what he told me. That's what he told me.
He might be on assignment.
Oh. Yeah, I know we sent him to the Amazon.
Well, yeah.
The store, the company, not the rainforest.
Right.
I don't know why he's not back yet.
They're just over by the airport, aren't they?
Well, we'll tell you where we'll tell you where Doxy is next week when we figure out where he is.
Where in the world is Doxy San Diego?
I
heard he's with Walt.
That's his new last name, Doxy San Diego.
That's good. Yeah.
All right. So we are here live, like every Friday night. It is 7:30, so we're here at SynShop, the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. The actual address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. Crux is not here, but he'll listen in post. We are still the Las Vegas Valley Hackerspace. For information on the shop, go to synshop.org. That's SYNSHOP. Go to meetup.com/synshop for information on some appointments and classes that we have going on or coming up.
We have two.
We have a couple. Which one do you have, Zenify?
We have 3D Printing 101. We have Learn the Basics of Creating 3D Models with Fusion 360. That seems to be about it.
Right. On March 12th, we do have the Lockpick Night, which I will be there for. Thank you.
I'll be there too.
So I will probably be there as well.
You'll be there too? Oh, yeah.
Depends on if the thing.
Okay, well, we do have some tools that you may use if you don't get your tools in time because you have ordered them legitimately.
Of course.
And why are you so worried about the order? It's because at this Lockpick Night, we talk about the legality of owning such tools.
Perfect.
So
you can know the rules of the road as
you break them.
As you break them, yes,
no,
exactly.
I'm kidding.
In order to break them more effectively.
Yeah, you're going to break the rules, but you'll know about them. Yeah. At least you'll know that you're breaking them.
There you go.
Right? Like when you borrow a movie from the internet, you know what you're doing.
I mean, I always return it.
Yeah, I return it too. That's what I'm saying. I always am kind and I rewind the movie too.
But Justice League, though?
Oh, well, I don't do that.
So
I wonder if we have any viewers that don't understand the Be Kind rewind.
Sure. Anybody born after... Wait, it's 2018. Anybody born... Holy shit.
Yeah.
Wow. We actually probably have quite a few viewers who don't know what that means. Oh, fuck. I aged myself. And that's the end of the show. No, I'm just kidding. Wow.
It's the guy here that's like, I remember winding it back up on the reel.
Holy shit.
There was a time.
You know what?
8mm.
I can't believe that it is 2018. Like sometimes that year kind of just passes by my head.
Oh yeah.
And then when they say, the whole 9/11 thing was almost 20 years ago, and I'm like, wow. Yeah. Like that drops me, and I'm like, holy shit. So
the passage of time.
Yeah, that's a pretty freaky thing to contemplate.
Yeah.
And I'm stuttering about it.
Anyway, so hyped.
Wait, so
I'm hyped.
Here's one for you. We are now farther away from Back to the Future, which came out in 1985, than Marty McFly was to 1955.
Oh, yeah. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was my tiny brain exploding more so than it usually does.
Yep.
Holy shit. Well, wait. Where'd you get that factoid? Or did you just...
My brain head.
That's just something you calculated?
Yeah.
Like you didn't have to look it up on some sort of site
I'm
thing?
sure I saw it at some point. I'm sure someone on the internet has said that.
No, I wonder if you sit there like contemplate these things, you're like, like if we're watching Back to the Future, like do you think of these things?
Shower thoughts? Yeah. Sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love our shower thoughts.
I did post on Shower Thoughts like
this
a year ago. No, like this is a while ago. But I actually, in the shower, was calculating my weight in gold.
Oh, yeah?
So I was like, okay, well, the given price of gold is, and at the time it was like,
the dollar amount.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say that your weight in gold is your weight now.
No, yes,
Just
yes,
smaller.
yes.
Okay, all right.
No. So the way I put this on Reddit, and I got a couple of votes. I'm modest. I didn't make front page or anything, but I was like, okay. And I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, okay, if I weigh 100 and
Just keep it round. Just
I'll keep it round. If I weigh 185 pounds, then if if an ounce of gold is it was like 1,200 at the time. Maybe it was like 1,100, 1,200.
Right.
And if that they're in a pound, you're talking about 14 troy ounces. It's not 16 ounces, right?
Right.
So 14 troy ounces, times 185 pounds, and then I put that figure on Reddit, and then that got a couple of upvotes and comments, and yeah, that was my really cool shower thought.
Nice.
Like a year ago.
I kind of want to read the top post on our shower thoughts just like right now.
Do it.
So the one that's
Okay,
current.
so we got to wait.
So I'm going to read the most current one. If somebody from the 90s woke up from a coma today and saw all of us on our phones, would they think Game Boy took over the world?
Ooh, wow! We can have a whole segment about shower thoughts.
Yeah, we could.
No, we can't.
That
We
should
have
be
to concentrate.
Wait, that should be our lightning round today.
What?
All shower thoughts.
Yeah.
No, I already pulled up the article.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay, well, maybe we'll have 2 lightning rounds.
You never know. That's why you
we'll
have to
figure
stay
it out.
tuned. There
You
you
know
go.
what's funny about having a short staff? Short staff.
I don't know about
I didn't
that.
mean it that way. I didn't mean it that way.
you know.
No. So you know what's
It's okay, John.
what's funny about being short-staffed tonight is that we can kind of do whatever we want.
Also in here.
Nobody's watching.
Yeah.
Like, and
I
like
mean, that's what we said when you
supervising.
weren't here, though.
See, this is what happens when you leave Master Chen unsupervised. we go right off. No.
There you go.
So how was everybody's week?
Busy.
Busy.
Yeah, that was pretty much it.
Yeah, same here. It was a.
I
pretty
mean,
shit
I
week,
had one of
actually.
those I think Fox has described it before when she has like a revelation or like a holy shit moment when she hit root or something on a
A
box.
holy shit moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, like oh my god, I hit root. I had that moment when I figured out an investigation I was working on. I was like, oh my fucking god, I know exactly what happened.
I know what happened here.
Yeah,
it's great.
I don't get a lot of those moments because I don't.
So that was fun. Took me 3 days,
It's
but
me.
it's so fun.
That's cool though. Congratulations. What about you?
Tons of city skylines and just plain old work.
Oh, were you traveling?
City skylines.
Oh, the game.
The game.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I
I
got to
was
remember.
traveling in my mind.
Okay. Yeah. So, let's see what happened this week. Oh, I got the Samsung Note 8, which I will be reviewing. I'll be reviewing a little bit later. But that's in another section.
If I'm not lazy later, I'm going to look back through the episodes and find out where we said we're not getting any more Samsung products.
I know.
And I'm going to
That's part of the review.
caption that.
That's part of the review. I know.
I'm
I
going
said
to
I'd never
picture
get.
and picture it.
I know I said I'd never get a Samsung phone again. I'm going to get to that. I'm going to get to why I reneged on that. So, okay. Before I do, though, we were talking a little bit before the show started. Now, we did have a Fozzie Hour, but my last Fozzie Hour kind of went into what we were talking about today, which was a little bit about net neutrality. Of course, we know that we've been talking about this on multiple episodes from the past. And my point in the Fozzie Hour was brought up again today, which was, okay, if you want a good argument for net neutrality, like a really good argument for net neutrality, all you have to do is study the examples of the telcos, of the telecom.
Right.
Not internet, but like phone companies.
Ma Bell.
But yeah, Ma Bell, because it's kind of very similar actually.
Yeah.
So AT&T, American Telephone and Telegraph, a long time ago was the only phone company that you had. It was the fuck was that? Okay. You're throwing me off there. I'm like, what the nobody heard it at home.
I'm a
and now-
ventriloquist, okay?
yeah, now they think I just have voices in my head. All right. No, so with AT&T, you had your service, you had your equipment, you had everything coming from one company.
Right.
Which means that they could do whatever the hell they wanted to
Yeah.
you. They could charge you exorbitant amounts of money for long distance, et cetera, until, of course, antitrust laws. You break up the company. You have smaller companies, Pac Bell, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Right.
Well, that's good to have competition, right? In fact, a couple of months ago, before FCC screwed us for now, there was an argument for not having net neutrality because it would be better for competition. Now, yes, the part capitalist in me says, okay, cool, competition. Okay, that's okay. I'm like, all right, I guess that kind of makes sense, but you realize that there is no competition when it comes to things like this.
Right.
Right. They are, if not a monopoly, it's definitely an oligopoly or oligarchy.
Oligarchy,
Thank you. Sorry. Oligarchy. So meaning, and we see this in ISPs already. We see this in the phone companies currently. And this is why I had a shit week. I've had to deal with this shit all week. I'm like a middle provider.
Yeah.
Right. So I had some trouble tickets where from one upstream provider, let's call them, I don't know, XO, right?
Okay. Let's just say.
Let's just say they're XO.
Maybe
because
we'll just pick two letters at random.
Okay, now here's the problem though, is I can't really obfuscate who I'm dealing with because I have 3 choices.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the problem that I'm trying to get to, is that you either have XO, you have level 3, which by the way is now CenturyLink because CenturyLink gobbled them up.
Sign of quality.
And I found out that the Sprint Mobile, their upstream carrier is CenturyLink, or what used to be level 3.
Oh, good.
So when there's a routing issue, I have to call one of these companies. And what they do is they play tennis. They play tennis with my emotions. Okay, so I call up XO.
Oh, it's got to be so and so's problem.
Exactly, it's got to be so and so's problem. Okay, so I'm gonna go call them. I call up level 3 or now CenturyLink. Oh yeah, you actually have to talk to the repair or porting department over here. And so I'm going back and forth. And I've spent like 6 hours in a single day off of this one issue, only to go almost nowhere.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still having routing issues, by the way.
Yeah.
But I'll have to save it for another day. But here's my point, and here's where it comes back to net neutrality.
Right.
Like I said, if you want to know what life would be like without net neutrality, just study the telecom. Because that's what it is. You have 2 choices. Comcast or what?
Time Warner.
Okay, or
Yeah,
Time Warner,
yeah.
right? And or you have a subsidiary of any of those companies, or of these 2 companies.
Yeah.
So when the competitive question comes out saying, well, competition will help with choice, freedom of choice. You can, if you don't like this one service, you can go over to this service.
Right.
Well, that's not the case.
No.
Or it actually is the case, but you only have 2 choices.
Yeah.
And where is the freedom of choice when you only have 2?
Yeah.
And so again, that's my big. I'll get off my soapbox now.
No, it's
But the topic came up. I talked about it at the Fozzie Hour a couple of weeks ago. We talked about it a little bit tonight, and it's re-pissed me off. It's re-pissed me off. Is that?
I mean, especially when they work together to keep the prices high. If it was a true, actual capitalist thing, and they're like, "Oh no, we have faster internet. Oh yeah, well we have faster internet. Well, our bills are cheaper. Oh no, our bills are." You know, if they would actually get in a price war, then I'll go along with.
Yeah, there's a man. I wish we could like play the video or show the video, but there's a video on YouTube where they basically just talk about how it's an oligopoly and you're getting fucked regardless.
Yeah.
Like no
Wait,
matter
is
what.
it oligopoly? It is oligopoly. Oligarchy is something else. It's when you have a select few controlling the government.
Right. Oh, that's true.
Right.
Yes,
So
yeah.
oligarchy is what you have in Russia, or that's what I've studied in my old political science class.
Coming
Yeah,
soon to a
and
country.
Shut up.
An oligopoly is
business
basically
related.
when
Okay.
like five
you.
main people, businesses. It doesn't have to be 5. They all get in the same room and they go, "Hey,
Yeah,
we're
let's
competitors, but
Yeah.
let's fucking work the system, okay?
Yeah,
It's gonna be great."
Right.
Well, so we'll get to the community mic in just one second. We have. So here's the thing. People like what was it? Like you have Google. Remember, I was on Project Fi, and because of
I was gonna go ahead.
Project Fi. Well, they have. You were talking about prices, so they have competitive prices where I was only paying about $30 a month and getting great service because they were partnering with T-Mobile and Sprint.
Right.
So that was cool, but again, their upstream providers are one or the other.
Ultimately, it's the same damn pipe.
Right. So and of course, remember when I had my bill down at like $30 a month, that was not unlimited data. So that's another caveat, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, that again, I'll just get off my soapbox. Community mic.
So a lot of the argument before was that we do have multiple providers, but what about businesses? I mean, most of the time we're looking at it from a personal point of view, but when you need redundancy in a business,
No, you're absolutely
you
right.
have no other providers. You have 2 providers.
That's true. Yeah.
It at best in most places, where's the competition?
Right.
Oh, I need redundancy. Guess what? 1 and 2. All right, 2.
Yeah,
Where's
I
my
mean, I know that for who I work for, we have data centers for like our business to business redundancy, but basically if our corporate business internet fails out here, we're just a fucking sitting duck.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's you have most places. I mean, even after what the FCC released today, if you look across the country, there's only a handful of cities that actually have 3 choices total.
Yeah.
Oh,
no,
3
100%.
choices.
Ooh.
So instead of 50-50,
three.
I get a 33%
That's-
chance
that's
that my service is shit.
That's at over 1,000 meg.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the amount of places that actually meet business requirements are few and far between.
Oh man, it's
But
depressing.
then you keep looking at that and you got nothing. So technically, shouldn't that violate some type of law?
You'd think.
Laws.
What the fuck are you smoking?
The guy from Verizon is now the head of the FCC. Laws.
Yeah.
People with money. Yeah.
You said you were or Back to the Future, right?
Yeah.
Laws where we're going, we don't need laws.
Yeah. Well,
I
we
bet
got-
he said that. I bet.
Yeah,
Magic
probably
Pie
he
has
probably
said
put
that.
those
Oh,
cool
yeah.
goggles on too
Oh, I'm sure.
before getting his DeLorean.
He got his giant fucking mug.
Do you see how big his teeth are? Jesus fuck, man.
I don't know. Man.
Let's talk shit. Let's talk shit.
No, maybe we shouldn't. I mean, we're not FCC regulated, but I don't know.
Not yet.
Yeah, maybe we shouldn't make any enemies.
I mean, hey, we don't have any sponsors yet, and if
No,
you
we
know,
don't.
They
So we
come
can talk
walking.
shit about anybody. Don't talk shit about Total though. You guys
That's
get it?
total.
Remember
No.
not schizophrenia. Wow, I'm going way back with the internet years. Tourette's guy. Thank you.
Oh yeah,
Tourette's
I
guy.
remember
Don't talk shit about Total.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
never
no,
mind.
I'll have to look that up.
Oh,
Here I go,
yeah.
aging myself again.
that. Definitely no.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, do you guys have anything else you want to discuss? I mean, I was going to do the review, but...
Review.
Do it, man.
Do it, man.
You do you.
All
bro.
right,
Do
okay,
you,
okay.
bro?
Well, then, this is the Master Chen show now. No, I'm
It
kidding.
is.
I'm kidding, Jesus. Well, okay, so...
Talk about an oligopoly.
Jesus has an opinion.
yeah.
It's now a monopoly here.
So,
Fuck.
okay, I
It's
was
an
really...
oligarchy.
Look,
Only 1% of the 1% have the ability to speak on the mic. That's wrong.
you do a really good Sanders impression.
Man, I went to enough rallies.
Oh, okay. Okay, so here's the thing. I
2020.
really wish Doxy wasn't stopped at the border being frisked by Canadian Mounties. Or,
I mean,
or the federales. I don't know which side he's on.
either way.
But I really wish he was here because, he's the phone guy.
He is.
Or like the mobile phone guy.
Yeah, right.
I'm the phone guy. No. Anyway, so a little bit of backstory. I had the LG V20, like this man right here.
Uh-huh.
And I was working on we were working on a project, like a recording project, and I fell asleep with my screen timeout off.
Yeah.
Okay.
He didn't, I wasn't still on the call. He didn't fall asleep with me on the call.
No.
I
It
left.
wasn't like we were like, oh my god, you hang up first.
I was
No,
tired.
you hang up first.
Oh my God.
No, it wasn't like it wasn't like that. But after we were recording the thing we were working on, we said bye or whatever, and I go to sleep. Well, I go to sleep without turning the screen timeout back on.
Because I told him to turn it off because it kept.
Yeah, it kept
timing out on him.
timing out and then turning off my screen so I couldn't see what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I went to sleep and basically 8 hours with the screen on caused burn in, and of course, yeah, it was an IPS screen, so it burned.
But
like,
it went away. Did
yeah, well, it kind of, but then of
it?
course,
I know the edge is like yellow a bit, right?
there were artifacts that just got in the way, and it really kind of aggravated me.
Okay.
Because I had a certain app open that predicted things.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah.
And so I would keep it on, and I would start to see artifacts from that particular app. And
I'm
so,
sorry, and you're welcome.
right, and I also, remember if you go to maybe 20, 30 episodes now ago, I also mentioned that I got the LG V20 because it had the removable battery and I can replace the battery. Well, apparently my batteries were also going to shit too because they weren't lasting as long either.
Oh, weird.
So I had 2 problems that were just aggravating the shit out of me. So, and I know Zenify wants to grab these sound bites from way back whenever I'm going to say this, but before I did say that I would never get a Samsung product again. And here I am with the Samsung Note 8. So call me a hypocrite.
So
but-
why were you not going to get a Samsung? I don't remember that.
okay, so Samsung.
We were all, I think all of us, including McNutt over there, we were all a part of the Samsung family for quite a while.
Oh, okay. Part of the Samsung family?
Yeah.
Yeah, wow. I didn't use those words.
No, I mean, but well,
I know.
because like there's like the iPhone, fanboy family boys, and so we just all happen to have Samsungs, and there was a point at which I can't remember. One of us deviated, and then it kind of.
And then all of us
Yeah, then we were all
deviated.
like, "Yeah, fuck, we don't all need it. Why do we continue to buy Samsung phones? Fuck that." So we stopped, and we talked a lot of shit, and then now he has one again.
Womp womp.
Well, no. See, here's where we were talking shit. So, before, Samsung was very open about unlocking their bootloader and making it fairly easy to root phones and whatnot. And then I don't remember if it was like the S4 or the S5 or maybe it was the Note 3 or the Note 4. But they started to have the Knox system where if you trip Knox, it voids the warranty and there's no way to reverse it. And they also made it very difficult to root the phone.
And there was also the the whole blowing up on airplanes.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that comes along later. But Samsung was also notorious for bloatware, though, too.
Right.
Which was the reason to root the phone. You root the phone, you take off all that bloatware, and then now you have a really cool, fast phone.
Or you buy a Pixel.
Okay, that's what I'm...
I'm just saying. Sorry. Go
Get
ahead.
out.
Go ahead.
Get out. No. Yeah, exactly. So, So I went to the T-Mobile store. Now, yes, in retrospect, yeah, I guess I could have bought a Pixel and waited a couple of days. I will say this was a little bit of an impulse buy because I wanted a new phone without the burn-in problem and without,
And he was there.
And I was there. That was seriously what it was. And actually, another reason why I didn't get the LG
Because the
V30
V30 wasn't there.
Yeah, which was BGM's phone, or is BGM's phone, is because they had no more in stock.
Ah.
So I was like, well, fuck.
So you did prompt for that one first?
I was seriously on the fence. I was like, shit. The Note 8 has a 16 megapixel camera, and I don't take a lot of pictures, but when I do, I want them to be crisp. Crisp. No. And the LG V30 had a 13 megapixel camera, and like there were other things too. But I did have the Samsung Note 3, and I really liked that phone. Root or not, that was a great phone. And I figured, of course, well, now Note 8, right? I'm only 5 generations late.
Right.
Why are there so many sensors on the front?
Yeah, so let me get into that. So really quick, this does not have a removable battery. The sensors that Zenify is looking at right now, they have an iris scanner, so you can unlock your phone with your eye.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, pretty crazy, right? Hopefully it doesn't melt my contacts. As it scans my iris, it's not going to melt my contacts.
It uploads your iris pattern to a database.
Yeah, exactly. No, well, so another thing too that kind of like where I gave in to getting this phone is I was having a discussion with Doxy, which again I'm kind of sad he's not here, about rooting the phone, and he's like, well, who does that anymore? Because anything that you have with root, I mean, like it comes as natural features now, like it's just provided now.
Yeah.
And of course, I then had a talk with McNutt earlier this week. And we were talking about the benefits to rooting, which of course is privacy concerns, being able to back up data that you don't normally get to back up, such as like Google Authenticator with Titanium backup.
Right.
Anyway, a lot more control. Don't get me wrong. With root, you still have a lot more control. The question now, though, is do you need it? Now, in a privacy sense, yes. Yes, you do need it. Okay? Or you could just maybe not share so much and not put so much stuff on your phone. That's also a choice, too.
Right.
Okay? So, so I went with the phone, and I figured, well, if I'm going to keep this phone for my average, which is about a year and a half, maybe 2 years pushing it, then I can, not have a rooted phone for that long. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, the phone is rootable, but there's some caveats there, too. So there's some problems. When you root the phone, it does not trip Knox, but it only charges the battery to 80%.
Why?
Well, we speculated on this on Monday because I was there too.
Maybe it's so that their phones don't explode.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Okay.
No, that's what we're seriously. That's our theory.
They don't want you overclocking probably in any such way because they are afraid that.
Yeah, because if their
It's
phone
going to
explodes,
pop.
exactly. I still don't think they've actually recovered from that bad publicity from the Note 7 and S7.
Here's what I'm thinking. When you root, it probably actually shows you what the real battery usage is. And in their software, they have it set to where 80 is 100.
That
see
could
what I'm
be
saying?
true.
That could be true too.
Same reason,
Yeah.
but maybe that's why.
That
They're
could-
not limiting you. They're just showing
They're
you
just showing you true
the real
value.
number. Yeah.
That's true too. But then, of course, that would be like a burning problem in my head, which psychologically.
How
I'd be
long
like,
does it
"Ah."
last you?
Actually, so it's pretty good as far as charge goes. I've been more mindful about keeping it off the cable, and just running off a battery. And I mean, it lasts me. It lasts me for what I need it for. Like I'm not panicking about like, oh, I need to plug in.
Yeah.
It's not a brick like Zenify's phone. Like the phone's not going to last you 3 days off of
It's
one
4
charge.
days, excuse me.
4 days? Really?
Well, I mean, it depends, dude.
That's great.
I actually do work when I'm at work.
Jesus.
I mean,
Shut up. What the fuck, man? Put me on
Why
blast.
are there so many buttons on the side, too?
Oh, yeah,
It's
so-
2018.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so some things that I like, okay? I do miss the S Pen. I'm glad I have it back because I did, with the Note 3, I did write a lot. I wrote on the phone. I did a lot of cool stuff. This thing has multiple windows where you can have mini windows and like move them around. I think McNutt might miss and remember that from the Note 3. Now, the cool
Pixel
thing...
XL has that too.
What?
Yeah. You Pixel 2 XL, yeah. You
Okay.
can split screen.
Well, no. This is not just split screen. Like, you have, you can minimize the window to where you're, like, pulling little cubes around your desktop. Yeah, I'm not talking about that.
Okay.
But no, I get what you're saying. But I mean,
It's cool.
it has that too. But I'm not just talking about that.
Okay.
All right.
Now, this button that you see here on the side, Zenify, it's
Yeah.
just below the volume buttons.
Yeah.
That's a Bixby button.
What the fuck is that?
Okay, so the person who was working on, I don't know who it was, but I guess one of the developers who were working on Google Home. No, it wasn't Google Home. It was Siri, I think. Anyway, one of the developers of either Siri or OK Google, we might want to fact check that, left that company, whichever one it was, to start Bixby.
Is that...
It's a home
personal
automation, like
assistant?
personal assistant, yeah.
All right. Can you root this bitch and modify this button?
Yeah, you can modify the button to use Google Home instead or whatever you want.
Like
it to be.
camera.
Yeah.
Without root.
I don't know if you could do it without root, but you could do anything you want with root. So
Okay, I could see that pretty easy. I mean, I do like more quick access like button stuff. That's why I absolutely love the second screen at the top on my my LG V20 because I use my second screen up there for a plethora of things.
plethora, wow, vocabulary.
Plethora.
I learned that word in 2012 by my professor, and I've never stopped using it.
I learned that word in the late 80s from Three Amigos.
Wow.
If you've
I
never
haven't-
seen the movie Three Amigos,
I haven't
oh my
seen
god, you guys see Three Amigos? It's fucking hysterical.
He's kind of late on movies.
Back when Chevy Chase was still funny.
It took me until 2017 to watch all three of the Matrix.
Yeah, that's what we're
forgettable.
talking about.
That's, yeah, the second two especially.
Okay, so something that Samsung's been doing a lot, and anybody who does have a Samsung phone knows, like all of their phones now, all of their phones have like the edge, the curved edge of their screen, and you know, which it's kind of cool. I don't have an actual use for it.
Yeah.
Like I don't care that it curves. In fact, I think it messes with the keyboard a little bit, like when I'm typing with my thumbs. Sometimes the edge of the keyboard is not as responsive as I'd like it to be.
Right.
But I don't know if that's also this windshield that I put on the screen.
Right.
Did you buy this case at the store?
Yeah, but they actually included it for me. Why?
I want you to get a new one. I don't like the clear, and so the fact that you could read like serial number and personal data back here.
Oh yeah. So
It's
I asked about that too.
annoying.
The IMEI is on the back here. It's because of course you can't open up the phone, so they had to stick it somewhere. So they stick it on the back of the phone.
Yeah, so get a new case so that is not transparent. You could view that. Just anybody picking it up.
Yeah.
Wow.
Good point.
You know how easy it is to fuck with two-factor auth? It's that easy.
No, I understand, but like, are you okay? Could your camera pick this up off of the back of my phone right now?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get a new case.
And plus, I mean, I might be, just someone random, but I could probably memorize that number if I was very dedicated.
How long would it take you to memorize that number? It's like 15 digits.
If I was very dedicated, probably not that long. Maybe a couple minutes. But I've also been drinking.
Okay.
So I did have one question. Well, go ahead. I don't want to.
Yeah, community
I'm
mic.
going to sidetrack things here.
Have you tried playing videos on it on multiple different players?
I've done a lot of YouTube on it so far.
Try other players. It sucks ass.
Have you had the phone?
Dang, harsh, bro.
I have the LG or the Samsung S8.
So it also has the
Curved
rounded
edge.
curved edge, right? And so what makes it suck though?
Depending on the player, if it's not one of like the new standardized players, if it's one of the older video players, the buttons fall off the screen, so you can't actually move back and forth while you're watching the video. Like you're trying to essentially thumb at the edge and hope that you pull it off, and you're like, yeah, fucking.
Well, I mean, That's not that was not a concern of mine actually when I got the phone.
But it's
when
still
I got
a
the
valid
phone,
thing.
I didn't think about that issue either. My wife actually pushed me toward the phone because I've had LGs for years.
Oh, so you had. So were you LG primary before Samsung?
Yeah, I was LG primary for LG G2 on.
Oh, okay, shit. Damn.
And I liked some of the features of the LG, like the double tap
Yeah.
that they have. I absolutely love that process.
Yeah.
And it's one of the processes that I am sad that I have the Samsung phone because of that. But a lot of the other issues that I had with LG kind of went away with the Samsung. Like I had little nuances that I wasn't super happy about with LG. Honestly, it's been about a year now, so I can't even remember most of them. But at the time when I was switching over, a lot of them had battery issues. Like it was dying quicker than I expected it.
Yeah.
Kind of same thing.
yeah.
Same thing you were talking about with
Right.
the V20. I had the LG G6, but
Well, okay. Full disclosure here too. Remember, I've only had this for not even a week yet.
Fair enough. All
Okay. In fact, I haven't had a chance to really dig into a lot of the features. I set it up so that it could work because of work, right? There's some things that you can do here too, though. Like if you have it enabled, there's a software thing,
I saw
not
that.
platform. You saw that though? It's like a tab that you can pull off to the side and like you can pair apps together to where like let's say you do a lot of photo sharing on your text messages, you can open up your gallery and your text messages together, and then you can just kind of drag photos into the message.
Oh, okay,
you know what I mean?
Because I was gonna go with like, so Discord and Signal are my primary texting apps, and so I'll always like hit the plus button because I'm always sending people pictures for reference of stuff.
Right.
So I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'll just hit the plus, and then I'll see my gallery, input the picture, and send it.
No. So
but you're
yeah.
saying you could have picture in picture and then drag into.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you
I
can,
like that.
with this
I like
with this
that.
app pair, yeah, you could take like let's say like you were just explaining, you have a text message open, you have the gallery open, you could take the phone or the photo and drag it up to whatever message you're sending.
I do like that.
That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Or that is kind of cool.
So, what is the screen size on that bad boy?
Big.
I mean, yeah, all right.
Like okay, so here's the thing: when somebody says, "What is the screen size?" like off the top of my head, I'm not going to say, "Oh, that's a 6.2-inch screen." Like,
You should. Doxy would know.
hey,
Here's what I
yeah,
was-
Doxy would know. That's why I wish he was fucking here.
Chen, is that big for
I have
you
in
or
my
big for
hand.
everybody?
Ye old school
Gee.
Nexus 7.
What the?
Wow,
Oh, okay.
you brought that. Okay.
Right? So I had it in my bag because I was trying to get it up around last week. And here's what's interesting. So like, there's the difference. Like I remember when this was like, oh, this is the perfect size. I can do the things and read the thing in the coffee shop and blah blah blah. But this is like, the actual screen starts here and here, right? So only this is actual screen. But now here is the modern cell phone. Like I remember joking, like one day phones will be this big and we'll, and
It's still
now,
comical for you to hold that tab up to your face.
It is. But it won't be for much longer. Because look at that. That's crazy.
Yeah. So actually,
But, the Pixel 2 is about that big too.
when we're talking about width, it is thinner. It is thinner than some of the other phones that I've had recently. So it's thinner, so it could hold in your hand pretty nicely. And it is, for ratio's sake, it is taller, I guess, compared to width. So that's kind of cool too. The iris scanner I have not set up yet because I am I was joking, but I'm kind of not joking. I don't want to be scanning my iris and then my contact melts. Well, I was going to set it up, and I'll tell you why too. I was going to set up the iris scanner because the fingerprint scanner is on the back of the phone, but it's not in the center the way the LG phones are. It's off to the side.
That is kind of weird.
It's kind of weak, actually.
Can I see it?
Yeah. Hold on, let me lock it.
That took me a little while to get used to too. But I did like.
So it's not in the center on the S8 either, right?
No,
I
it's
don't wanna do it
it's
so
on
many
the
times
far
now,
side.
but
So
that does seem kind of. Yeah.
So it's weird. Oh, okay. So we
Oh,
have
shit.
we have an S8 donated from the audience. Do I hear 150? 150? Do I hear 150? 200? 200? No, kidding. I'm kidding. All right. Oh, okay.
So
So
his case is way better.
yeah. Okay. Fine. Jeez, get the fuck out of here. All right.
Case. Terrible.
So it's also it's on the side for you too. And it took you a while to get used to that.
Yeah, it did. I mean, especially after getting used to the double tap on the front, getting used to where my center button was to unlock it. I've liked using this one because I can use both hands versus with my LG G6, I could only use one finger. You can actually program multiple fingers to it.
Well, yeah, that's a standard feature now too with the Pixel 2, the Nexus 6P. You were able to do that as well.
Yeah. But yeah, other than that, I haven't had a lot of issues with it. I've liked the fact that I don't know if other phones do this either. I haven't looked into a lot of other phones recently, but if you catch a text in transit, you can actually go ahead and just answer it automatically without pulling up the email.
Yeah, you can
Messenger
reply
app.
in the notifications now too. That's also become a standard feature as well. And that's another point though, is like when we would root the phone, and I'm talking about in the old days, like 2010 or
That was old.
in the olden days, you would have to root the phone because that's how you get these really kick-ass features, right? But now these features are included in the phone, so it's not really necessary to root. And so I'll have to give it up to Doxy because Doxy was the one who was like, yeah, you don't really need to root your phone anymore.
I couldn't
The
tell.
Last one. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say. So this, I'm pretty sure it's a mic on the front. On yours, it looked like it had a glare. Is that an IR blaster or is that a mic? On the top up here.
You're an IR blaster.
I don't think any phones have IR anymore.
That's for my IR
My
blaster.
fucking one has IR.
You have IR?
Yeah,
I
so
can
I have
I
IR
can
too.
control all kinds of
And
shit
I
with
love
this.
having IR on this phone because, like,
I thought they
when
would
I'm
get rid
at
of that.
work and I'm in the SOC, the TVs, the wall-mounted TVs are pretty far up, and so I just sit back and I just like do, and I can control the TVs from.
You gotta love being able to control like
Yeah,
six
I
different
fucking
TVs.
love it.
Wait a minute, you have an IR blaster on that thing?
Yeah, it's right. It's one of these.
Did it come? Did the LG V20 come with it?
Yeah. Did you never use it the entirety of your LG?
No, because I've never had a reason for an IR blaster.
Do you not?
You've never had a reason to mess with people in public to
Yeah.
just control
It
different
is
TVs?
so-
Yeah, in high school.
It is so easy. It's just like
No,
you
as
just
an
go-
adult.
I was doing that shit on the Palm Pilot.
Yeah.
On the Palm Pilot, I would do that in my English class. I would be like, haha, TV, on, off, on, off.
I love it.
Yeah, it was great. But no, I didn't know that we had IR blasters. Well, shit. Guess what I'm going to do later?
You can blast some IRs.
I'm going to blast some IRs. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. I'm getting in your head now.
I'm here to help.
Anyway, so I still have plenty of features to mess with on here. But I still, with all the stuff that we've discovered, of course, today, and you guys shitting on Samsung and shitting on my choice a little bit, I still like the phone, though, because, again, I use the Note 3 heavily. I use the features of the Note 3 heavily. And I'm kind of excited to get back into using a Note. There's some things, of course, new features that I'm going to have to get used to, but I'm happy. And I know, McNutt, you loved the Note 3, didn't you? Yep. Yeah, so it was a good phone. Maybe we don't always support some of the Samsung, the choices that Samsung has made, but Oh, by the way, the price of this thing after I bought it dropped about $100 because the S9 and the Note S9 is out.
Because of course it did.
Yeah. Because fuck my life, right?
GG.
Yeah, great job, Master Chen. Anyway, I'm still exploring.
We're all still exploring.
Yep, we're explorers.
Yep.
Yeah.
So. All right, guys. Anything else?
So I mean, well, I'm actually going through my own quest for technology lately. I don't have anything for show and tell, but I found it interesting, like because I brought out that Nexus 7. That thing's long dead. Apparently sitting around for about 3 years. Will do that.
It never turned back on?
No, it never turned back on.
It's dead.
It's dead.
Damn.
So, so I went out and I bought a new tab,
Okay.
new tablet, and it was interesting. Like, it's not easy to find one that's any kind of modern Android, really. That's not.
How's that? What do you mean?
Well, so like I was looking for something that was around 7-8 inches because this is going to go in the truck for showing maps.
Yeah.
Right. Doing off-roading and stuff like that. So I wanted something fairly small, and I wanted it to be pretty modern, but I didn't want a whole lot of BS on top of it. And Nexus doesn't make tablets anymore, really.
That's sad.
Yeah, they make the Nexus. No, they make the Pixel.
X or Pixel C?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's more a Chromebook than anything else. So as far as, there wasn't anything that was really directly comparable to the Nexus 7, really. I ended up with a Lenovo Tab 4, so maybe next week I might have some more on that, but
Oh yeah, it's coming in soon, right?
tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. All right, then you might have something for show and tell.
I may, we'll see.
Zenify, what are you fact checking?
Nothing. I'm typing in Discord.
Oh, okay. All right then. Well, I haven't even checked Discord. Hey, by the way, I haven't even advertised Discord.
You need to do that.
So if you want to chat with us, I know that we've been on IRC, we have been on Slack, we are now on Discord.
Yep.
But there's a few reasons for that. One, I personally think Discord is way cooler. But also with Slack, we had to invite people to the workspace. With IRC, we had problems with trolls. So with Discord, the link is on our website, which if you don't know by now, it is Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. But if you didn't know that, now you know, and you should have known. Whatever.
Yeah, where were you?
Yeah, where were you guys? If you're just joining us, how dare you? No, I'm kidding. No, but so Discord, you have the link on the website, and you could just go click the link, and boom, you're there. We don't have an invite thing.
The link is also in the description, in the doobly-doo.
Yes,
down
we
below.
also have in the description down below. We also have a link to the Discord.
Discord, yep.
Anyway, is anybody talking in Discord? Like I said, I'm just checking kind of now.
Yeah, actually. Welcome to Elspore,
Oh.
who is currently in chat right now, watching the stream.
Oh yeah. Okay. Cool. Welcome.
Yeah.
Who is it? No, I mean, do we know them personally? I always wonder that.
He just
Okay. Well, hello,
had us in his
hello,
feed.
Elspor. I think we're saying that right? Right.
I'm sure.
ELS poor.
He or she will correct us shortly, I'm
Oh
sure.
yeah, I'm sure they will.
Yeah. Also, hello to Zenwolf.
Oh wow, cool. We got some new people.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a good thing that I'm plugging this
Right.
Discord channel thing in.
Yeah.
All right, so we are now chatting on Discord. So if you want to ask us questions, if you want to participate in the conversation, join the Discord workspace, or what do they call it? Workspaces, channels. Anyway,
The thingy.
join the link. And if you join pound livestream, I'm not going to say hashtag. If you join pound livestream, that's where we are chatting. That's where we are asking or answering questions that you guys may have. What was that? Yeah, a pound is, well, it depends on the context. In the phone context, it's what would look like a hashtag, but the pound came first. If we're talking about other things, it's a weight of measurement or currency, All right, so, wait, I forgot where I was going with that.
All right.
Okay,
I
I
was
guess.
going to say some more stuff about Pound, but just we move forward.
We can move on.
We can move forward.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right, is it time for the lightning round?
Is it?
It's a little. I don't know. We could do the lightning. We could do. Well, hey, since we may have a different topic for the lightning round.
Oh!
Huh?
Wait. So we're just going to read shower thoughts?
Well, no, we're
and
not
then
gonna-
comment.
Wait, I thought there was another story we were supposed to talk about that we linked in the chat somewhere.
No, maybe, probably.
FCC
Yeah, we did talk about the FCC.
being dicks.
Wait,
We need news, not olds. We need news. Anyway, all right. So nobody has anything else.
yeah, I mean we could do the lightning round. I was gonna.
All right, then we'll do the lightning round.
I was gonna say there's one shower thought though.
Oh, now he's gonna look for it.
Well, no, I mean the shower thought was gonna come later, but I thought this one was actually interesting. It says somebody at Google was just like, yeah, just have someone drive down every fucking road on Earth.
Wow.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I
Okay.
just like that one.
Well, it was really clever of them to do that, though. Do you know why they did? It's not just for Street View. It's because they had to pay licensing to use the map information that they were using for Google Maps.
Oh.
So by having them drive down the road, for Street View, they were making their own data for the map. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Doxy and I actually saw one of those cars when we were headed to lunch one day. It was like 2 weeks ago.
Nice.
We took a picture of it actually. Oh, it's on my old phone,
Womp womp.
or it's in photos wherever I saved it in the cloud.
There you go.
Because I'm responsible with my data and I share it with everybody.
Yeah.
What's funny is I'm in a room full of hackers and we're talking about privacy. Well, I've uploaded all my photos to the Photos app and I could pull it from anywhere and so could they.
Yeah.
I'm only half ready for OPSEC. No, I'm not even half ready. Anyway, before we start with the lightning round, actually, this first article reminded me about something with this. So, of course, another thing you could do with a rooted phone is you have a really advanced ad blocking. You have full access to your host file information in the phone. And, of course, I don't have that now, so I am seeing ads. But when I connect through VPN to my house, which has the Pi-hole running as its DNS, I then do not have ads.
Okay.
But I don't think I should be running VPN with every single connection I have. Or maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe the battery drains. You do?
Yeah, I have PIA.
You have VPN always on here?
Yeah, PIA always on my...
Hold on, let me see this.
It probably won't show up there. I don't think the key shows up there.
Hold on, unlock it. It's not on right now.
No, is it not? Maybe I just restarted my phone.
Wait, is it? No, it's not on right now.
Oh, okay.
You don't always have it on.
I'll change it.
Liar. Anyway.
It's on now.
Oh, okay.
It's always on my laptop and desktop, which actually kind of screws me sometimes because I'd be in Discord, like with McNutt, and I'm like, God damn, this motherfucker sounds like a robot. And it's because I'm like,
Oh, 'cause you're
I'm
passing data
VPN'd into
halfway
like
around the world
Vancouver or
just to come back.
somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so let's start with the lightning round. For those of you who do not know what the lightning round is, yeah, we discussed a lot of weird things, but we always come back to at least the headlines so that we stay abreast to what's going on.
You say...
No,
Right.
we stay abreast to what's going on in the InfoSec world. So we are getting our news today from zdnet.com/topic/security. And we are giving our tweets length opinion on these headlines. Hopefully they are not clickbaity. They've been pretty good in the last few weeks. So
Here we go.
who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, Zenify's going. I guess
Yeah,
Zenify's going first.
The advice going first.
All right, let's see. VPN services 2018, the ultimate guide to protecting your data on the internet. Oh, it's
Clickbait.
well then, forget everything I just
fucking
said.
sounds
I mean, you know, here's some people you can give money to give your data to. Which it's probably a good thing, you know, but
Well, it depends
First
if you
thought.
trust your VPN provider or not.
there you go.
Uh,
And top 10 lists are always where I go for network security.
all right, next one. Apple changes Safari's cookie killer to fix Facebook's like buttons. What the fuck, really?
Didn't Apple just have like a giant shit show with Twitter and Twitter's app? So how many fucking shit shows are they having in a week?
Wait, what kind of shit show is this, though? Like,
I don't know. There was just
the like buttons aren't working in the browser?
I have no idea about this Facebook thing. I'm saying, is it kind of related to the giant shit show they had with Twitter? Because I know they had
Okay, what was the Twitter shit show?
the
say that
app was
fast.
fucking broken.
Twitter shit show, Twitter shit show, Twitter shit show.
You know how many people have iPhones that use the Twitter app as like their business? Yeah, Twitter app didn't work on iPhones for like last week.
Womp womp.
Wow.
Was it not true?
We have a...
Well, maybe did you update it last week, the Twitter app? Because I know, like, I was reading InfoSec, just like InfoSec Twitter accounts, and they couldn't post or read their Twitter feeds because after they uploaded or updated the new Twitter app, it literally broke everything.
Good question.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Sorry, I am gonna move this along only because remember, if you want to talk, you got to get up to the community mic, or else we have dead air. So, all right, next one. Dead air might be better than the shit that's coming out of my mouth right now.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Let's see. Poor smart contract coding exposes millions of dollars in Ethereum. Whoa. Wow. Okay, so it looks like some faulty coding exposes millions of dollars in Ethereum.
Damn, that sucks. Probably drove the price down.
Well, that's a tweet length.
Because
Damn, that sucks.
when you have millions of dollars of things that don't exist on the internet, obviously you don't want to spend any time towards
Security.
security. Yeah.
Let's see. Next one. Drupal patches critical CMS vulnerabilities. Pat on the back. Cool. Actually, you know what? It's very rare to see them in the news because usually we see WordPress. Opinion?
No.
No. Hashtag no. All right. Next one. Overcoming the challenges.
Wait, oh, shit, I got one.
Oh, you got one.
I have CMS vulnerabilities myself. I can't member shit.
Oh,
See what I did
shit.
there?
I see what you did there.
Yeah.
That was
Wow.
quick.
It was on the
That's pretty
fly.
quick.
You know what? Let's just end with that. That was really good. I don't
It
want
was
to.
okay.
I don't want to. No, that was like the best pun of the evening. Okay. Actually, let's go a couple more here. Okay. Overcoming the challenges. All of the challenges. Backup and storage for banks. Apparently, they're having a problem with this.
I mean, I'd read that ad. What type of problems are they having?
I don't know. Yeah. So
Yeah.
you will have to read more than just the headline for that one. But
Yeah.
that's why we encourage you to read more than just the headlines.
Yeah.
Hasn't storage for banks always been why you use a bank?
You would think so.
They have a vault. I mean,
There's nothing in those vaults. It's not even fractional reserve anymore.
fair enough.
Wow, that's kind of sad, actually.
What is this number?
Okay, let's make this one the last one.
Okay.
Let's see. U.S. border officials. Oh, this is where they detain Doxy. I'm kidding. U.S. border officials haven't properly verified. Maybe I'm not kidding. Holy shit. Sorry. I've been drinking. All right. Let's try this for the third time. U.S. border officials haven't properly verified visitor passports for more than a decade. Oh.
And I actually read about this. Apparently, the system they put in place, the implementation of it, they just didn't ever use it. We have a community mic.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, we have somebody here.
It was. I just read this. It's the chip that's in the passport, the new passport.
Yeah.
It doesn't fucking work.
Yeah, the thing that
Wow.
they incorporated it, like they incorporated. Well, I think it was like 2008 or something like that,
Yeah.
2007, end of 2007. They implemented this whole system, costed millions, and they've never fucking really tested it. And then when they go to test it, it doesn't fucking work.
And now their passport is like another 2.2 millimeters thicker because of it.
because of it. God, it's so ridiculous.
Wow.
Oh, okay then. That was some pretty fiery news. All right, so let's end on that note. So that does bring us to the end of the lightning round, which brings us to the end of the show. Even with three of us, we've run out of time, but we've never run out of shit to say.
Wait.
What?
Can I fuck up this whole outro and say one more?
God damn
Yeah,
it.
we should do some more shower thoughts.
Well, I
God
just want to
damn
do
it.
one more because I just read it. And I thought
No,
it was-
let's do a couple more.
Let's do a couple
That's
more.
just how we're doing it.
We got time.
That's just how we're doing it
Let's
today.
do this.
This one is security at every level of an airport is absolutely ridiculous until you get to baggage claim. Then it's just like take whatever the fuck you want.
Man, that's true.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, next one.
I mean, I have to prove them for.
Entertain me.
At the age of 60, Snoop Dogg will be 420 years old in dog years.
Wow.
Wow. Holy
Wow.
shit. Make sure he knows that. Remember, he's an active Redditor. Snoop Dogg is.
He's probably commented in this thread.
It wouldn't surprise me. Yeah.
Is it still Snoop Dogg or is it Snoop Lion?
He is back to Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
Yeah.
I saw a video
He was
of
only
his-
Snoop Lion when he was really, really high. Like Rastafarian high.
Wait, there was a time when he wasn't.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Levels.
Oh,
I don't know. I
think,
can't speak for the dude.
I think Doxy posted about this one, but it's if Wookiees have a 400-year lifespan, then Han Solo is basically Chewbacca's third dog.
I saw that
Right?
one. I did see that one. Yep.
All right, that's all I'm gonna do.
That's all
That's
you're going to do?
Yeah.
All right. So that brings us to the end of the shower thoughts round,
Yeah.
which brings us to the end of today's show. So we've run out of time, but as you can see, even with three people, we've never run out of shit to say.
Yep.
So join us again next week, 7:30, like every Friday night. We are at the Sin Shop, Hackerspace in Las Vegas, Nevada, specifically Henderson, because the address is 1075 American Pacific Drive, Suite C in Henderson, Nevada. For more information on the Sin Shop, go to sinshop.org. And if you don't know how to spell sin, it's SYN. I was going to say something there, but no, I won't.
It's the Sin and Sinac.
Yeah, Sinac.
Wait, we can't say that. Never mind.
No,
Fuck.
we can. We can say
Are you
that.
sure?
Yeah, because it's a handshake. It's a TCP handshake.
Okay, okay.
Sinac.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with some other company that may have given us a cease and desist. But no,
I have
didn't say
snacks
that.
all the time.
Yeah, I love Sinax.
Yeah. Like salt and
yummy.
vinegar potato chips. That's my favorite.
All right. So
Anyway, we move forward.
for more information on us, go to Greynoise, GREYNOI.se. Holy shit. My name is Master Chen.
I'm Zenify.
And I'm Richard Sagel.
Good night, everybody.